wanted to record this moment because it could be the moment where man takes coffee to heights it's never been taken before. I put some rosemary, cinnamon, vanilla, and just a dash of cardamom in my cold brew. I'm thinking the rosemary was the addition it needed. That's too much. That's a lot. Whew. Whew. A lot of rosemary in there. It is pretty good though. Day 14 of 180 days. I'm gonna take some, what am I gonna take right now? Some Methyl Pro, just took a methylated B vitamin, a bunch of N-acetylcysteine, some Milk Thistle Pro, and I'm gonna take some methylene blue. Let's get that out because it's pretty interesting. Super speed. These. What are you reading that?
Crappy shirts, and you're only gonna wear it for a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna saddle up the girls, take them for a walk, come back in sauna. So I'm gonna take a little dose of methylene blue. You want some, Kels?
No, I don't like that stuff.
It's about 20 milligrams of methylene blue. Swallow fast. That was really gross. Got stuck in my throat, the little square shape.
Is this gross?
No, it's delicious. You should have got your face's reaction to it.
It's weird as fuck.
No, it's not.
It's really weird.
It's delicious.
I like the cinnamon, not the other part.
The rosemary is admittedly stronger than I would have liked. I put a lot of rosemary. It's time for the walk. No.
From our rosemary plant?
No, from the old one. I know. Saturday morning sauna session with the beautiful girl. Got a bag of ice to put on my testicles because I want to keep my sperm nice and happy and healthy. And as healthy as the sauna is for you, it roasts the fellas down there. So try to remember to ice them every time. I got a bunch of N-acetylcysteine, niacinamide, and some methylene blue on board. So we're going to try to do a pretty long sauna session today, probably 30 minutes. What do you think, Kels?
I'm doing 20.
Okay. Well, you didn't take any methylene blue. I need to take advantage of it. Honestly, taking methylene blue feels like it's cleaning you from the inside out. It just makes you sweat so much. I'm already pouring sweat from our walk this morning, and then after that, I'm gonna use the bathroom, and then we're gonna hit the gym. Go check out a new LA Fitness that I haven't been to in Orlando that Kelsey claims is superior to all the others. I'm gonna do some chest and back workouts. I really want to do chest, but I'm gonna hit the back because I can't hit back well at my gym at work, which I'll be in tomorrow. So yeah, that's it. I will see you at the gym this time, and I'll actually be there filming. Oh, the struggle is real. Absolutely pouring sweat, got leg spasms, going crazy just because my body's in a stressful situation. And to be honest, the leg spasms don't help. They make it way more stressful. They just make it heat up way more quickly, and just like give like a static kind of feeling of anxiety trying to relax, and it's just like just shaking. But I've made it, what have I made it so far? 17 minutes. We'll see. This last 13 minutes is going to be absolutely killer, but trying to hit 30. So let's go, baby. Let's go. It's like an athletic workout to stay in here past the panic point. I haven't hit the panic point yet. It's just like slowly creeping up. But let's see if we can do 30 minutes. All right, made it 30 minutes in the sauna. Every single minute after 22 minutes was basically the hardest thing I've ever done, every single time. Oh, panic set in 100%. My body started to convince itself, like, you're gonna die if you stay in here, you have to get out. Every 13 milliseconds, I mean less than every second, my body's coming up with a new excuse, a new reason why I have to get out right now, why it's okay, justifying it, you did a good enough job, whatever. Just all the bullshit the little bitch whispers in your ear when you're struggling through something really hard. And so panic's the only choice you have at that moment is either take control of your breathing or give in to the little bitch. The only tool, the only weapon that I have, I mean, I can try to quiet my mind, can try to say things, but he'll pop back up. The only thing I can do is get fully invested 100% in my breathing. Even then, it's like, rather than every millisecond trying to convince yourself or myself to get out, the little bitch in the back of my head saying, justifying it somehow, it's, every 5 seconds or 10 seconds, maybe if you're lucky, you get 30 seconds. I mean, I checked the clock more than one time per minute, every single minute from 22 to 30. And just take control of the breathing. What I do is in through the nose, long, slow exhale through the mouth, the longer the better. And then after a few of those, sometimes if I'm about to get out, if the panic's fully set in, what I'll do is just a few, and I'm sucking my belly in. I don't know if you can see, I'll just do like 5 or 6 of those. Don't do too many. Can easily knock myself out in there before. But do about 5 or 6 of those. Then long exhale. Hold the exhale for as long as possible. Hold your breath, exhaled out. And then, I'm not actually recommending this, but this is what I do. This is what gets me through it. And then I inhale, and when I inhale, I imagine that I'm filling up down my pubic region, then all the way down to basically my taint, just filling that whole area up, then filling the bottom of my belly, then my diaphragm, then my chest, then blowing up my neck. And then as I do that, I squeeze from the base of my spine. And I imagine squeezing the cerebral spinal fluid all the way up and pushing it up into my brain, into the very top of my spinal column. And I imagine it pushing into my pineal gland and just making a ton of pressure there. And I hold for as long as I can. And if you do try this, be really careful. This is the moment of unconsciousness. If you hold your breath too long, I almost every time, if I'm at peak heat in the sauna, and do this exact thing I described, I'll start to fade to black a little bit. I'll start to either go unconscious or everything will just go bright white and really tranquil. One or the other. It's either blackness or whiteness. Not sure what's happening there, but that's what happens to me. And it's just the most beautiful, tranquil feeling. My whole body just lights on fire, starts buzzing, vibrating everywhere. And I just feel completely at peace for as long as I can hold my breath, basically without going unconscious. I should say, when I do this, I'm never in a compromised position. I'm back leaned up against the corner or back against the sauna. So even if I do pass out, the worst case scenario, I mean, not necessarily the worst case scenario, but likely I'll just stay where I'm at or just tip sideways over, which is what has happened in the past. But when I used to do marathon sauna sessions, when I lived in Africa, I used to do these crazy sauna sessions, in this super hot sauna at this gym that I would go to in Swakopmund, Namibia. And they had a crazy hot sauna, like 210 degrees if no one was coming in and out, like a scorcher. I mean, you had to breathe really slowly through your nose only. If you inhaled through your mouth, it burned. I mean, it really hurt. So really slow inhales through your nose only until you got completely used to it and everything, like the blood was flowing in the right places and stuff. But anyways, I used to do crazy marathon sessions in there, doing basically this cycle with, I have to build back up to it. I'm not in sauna shape, but I'm not in the same shape as I was when I was 24, cycling, 100 kilometers a day through the desert for months on end. But what I would do is I'd do 30 of those belly breaths, or wait, I'm lying. I would do 15 super slow, 15 of those, then 30. This is some variation of Wim Hof. It might even be the Wim Hof method. I don't know if it's exactly what he does, but it's similar. Do 30 of those. And then I would do 3 super breath holds. And that would get me into like the deepest state of meditation, relaxation, like blast off to another world. Don't know what is going on or if I'm even, still a human. It would be like my whole body would dissolve into the universe sometimes. I mean, it was really crazy. It was like taking an enormous dose of psychedelic drugs or something. Like, it was really crazy. And in doing that, a few cycles of that, I would do about 3 to 5 cycles, and I'd be able to sit from what I normally would barely be able to make it like 20, 22 minutes. I'd be able to sit in there for 30, 45 minutes. I even did an hour once, and sometimes I would do 2 sessions of that, like 2 back-to-back 45-minute sessions. I mean, and you're just honestly a new person. You feel like you've completely gotten everything bad or toxic out of your body. I used to drink about 2.5 gallons of water, for if I did back-to-back sessions. Sometimes I'd even do 3 or 4, but that wiped me out. Like, that would be, I need like a day of recovery basically after that. But yeah, that was my sauna spiel. Felt fucking amazing. Gonna do my bowel program, use the bathroom, and revamp with some hydration, and got some cold brew coffee chilling with me still. I didn't finish it on the walk this morning, and hit the gym. That's the plan. Strange concoction. Don't know what it is, but it's got beets in it for pre-workout. Beets and apple and something else, maybe cabbage. So I decided, or Kelsey was taking forever to get ready, so decided to quickly build this compost box before the workout. It was so ridiculously hot out there. It was basically like a second sauna, but I'm not doing a great job on this thing. Just going to piece it together real quick because I'm going to get a bunch of cinder blocks and make my compost area more official with cinder blocks than with this wood that's going to probably rot anyways. There's just some old shelves that I took out of the garage. Just going to tack them together real quick here with this little brad nailer just to hold it kind of in place. I'll screw it together a little bit better here in a second. But I've got a bunch of rotten food in a bucket in the house, and Kelsey's getting pretty upset about that. So yeah, had to do something so I could start composting all our food waste. She got ready finally, but I'm already underway now, and I'm basically committed because my shirt is soaking through with sweat to the point where I'm going to have to change anyway, so don't want to have to change after the workout. I think that was me commenting on how sweaty I am, but missed that in the edit, so we'll never know. We'll never know for sure. I got a little helper here, my buddy Chuck, came out just in the nick of time to help me throw the lid together and clean everything up. Yeah, just only reason I'm even putting a lid on it is so my golden retriever doesn't just eat all the rotten food out of it. I'm gonna eventually screw some holes in the lid so that it, yay, we're done. Can get water in it and then quickly clean up. Let's go, clean it up. Let's get out of here. Go, and we're done. And we're at the gym. So just gonna do a little chest workout today. Gonna start with the chest press here. And I think I just threw it on like 70 pounds to start out with, just because I wanted to warm up a little bit. And normally I would do some shoulder warm-ups and stuff, but I'm not gonna do anything heavy today. I'm so depleted. I haven't eaten yet at this point in the day, and it's about 1 p.m. or so, maybe a little later. So yeah, just kind of taking it easy, to be honest, but just a little warm-up set of 10, and then we'll get into the actual workout. I'm just going to kind of ease my way into it. What I did with these, basically I just hit 10 at 70 pounds, and then well, I guess it was 80 pounds because it was at 70, but it has the little 10 pound of extra weights on there. So 80 pounds, and I just knock it up by 15 every time. Take real short rest, 30 to 60 seconds, bust out 10 more. Same thing again, up 15 pounds. So we're at like, I don't know, whatever, we're like 100 pounds or something. But basically just gonna do that all the way up until I think I skipped 15. I ended up at 170 pounds for the last set, which is a testament to the leverage of this machine, because I doubt that I can bench 170 pounds right now. Chest is like my weakest link, which is not good when I only have all the links above my belly button, and not as many. My legs were my strong suit prior to injury. They were my claim to non-fame, because I was never famous, but they were what made me able to claim that I was fit at all. Yeah, so gonna take some longer rests on these heavier sets. I'll pump up there, and then I think I can only do like 4 of these. That was 180, and then I took those 10 pounds off, so now it's at 170. I remember, and so we'll take it at normal speed for the final set here, just to emphasize the struggle a little bit. But yeah, just going to take this last set to failure. You don't need to do anything special, in my opinion, to get a great workout. Just need to, I like to go to failure on a couple of the sets. I feel like that's where your muscles actually are going to get the benefit and grow and get stronger. So take this one to failure real quick, and then we'll what are we going to head to next? What do you guys think? Let's head to the tricep dip. Let's cruise over there and see what we're doing. This tricep dip, actually, so this machine is kind of it's a bit of a balancing act when you are paralyzed, only because that back part leans forward, so it's hard to like scooch into a nice rested position without sliding off the seat there. So when adjusting any of the seats in the gym, I like to go just at or below the seat height of my wheelchair. Like that's just like a leg thickness below, or at the thickness of my cushion below. That's about perfect usually. Just as a little tip or trick to prevent having to get on and off the machines and try to figure out what height is good for you. I've found that, yeah, at or just below the wheelchair height typically is perfect. So just gonna buzz through these real quickly. Again, put it at like 100 pounds or so. I think it's just 100 pounds bust out a quick warm-up set, just get whatever muscles I'm going to use. These are nice. These are awesome because you can really focus on engaging your chest and not using as much triceps as that was you're trying to do. I like to do arms separate from chest rather than chest and triceps together. But this also, if you really focus on tightening your abs, it gets you a really good lower ab workout. And the way that I gauge whether or not I'm fully engaging my abs is what I just, if once I get, heavy, anything over like 135, 140, then my butt will push up off the seat if I don't really lock my abs in hard. So I'll just be lifting up and kind of bobbing up and down if I don't get my abs locked in. I don't know if you saw there, but kind of leaning over the edge and resting. It's kind of hard to rest on this machine because if you kind of just lean your elbows on there and rest, you're still kind of clenching your biceps, and it's just a little bit tiring, hard to go into the next set. But yeah, just end with pretty much as far as I can go to failure with whatever that was. I think it was like 150. It's kind of can't go too much higher than that because I will just start lifting up at that point. But yeah, after that we will switch on over here to the, I don't even know, like machine flies basically. Yeah, machine flies. Yep, hop on here, and this machine is a real testament to the leverage on some of those. I think this is a matrix or something, but whatever it is, I can lift way heavier here than I could in any sort of like free weight flying motion. I think I even put it at like 140 or something just because I wasn't sure. I hadn't used this particular, I've never been to this LA Fitness before. This is the one in downtown Orlando. It's brand new, and I hadn't actually used this exact machine before, but yeah, I could do and way more weight. Look at that guy in the background. Jesus, what a monster. I didn't notice him when I was working out. It's just locked in here apparently. But yeah, put it on here and just go through another warm-up set, whatever weight I choose. I don't I adjust it. Just going to do 10, get those muscles warmed up, get the blood flowing to them, and get on to the actual working sets here. So with this machine, I like to just I don't bring it all the way together, but I do just right at that end part, just squeeze as hard as I can. And I think it's a good workout for my shoulders as well, and just pulling it and keeping everything tight and together on those shoulder joints that get so overutilized as a paraplegic. But just going to do about 3, I think I ended up doing 3 or 4 sets of these. So with this, kind of got to get handy when you want to switch up the weights. If you don't want to, probably honestly, watching this, probably would have been faster just to hop in the wheelchair and switch the weight around and then hop back on the machine. But whatever, can just do it this way. It doesn't matter. Feels faster doing it this way for whatever reason. But yeah, just did a couple more sets of these, and then my camera ended up dying. The only other workout I did today, just because I was so tired and depleted and wanted food so bad, I was just so hungry. The only other workout I did after this, next couple sets of flies was I went and did some seated rows, some really heavy, like 4 sets of really heavy seated rows, just to pull that rounded upper back more, just counteract the strengthening of the chest basically is the idea. And again, just because I'm at the gym, at an actual gym, not my work gym, and can get back exercises in. So let's get something to eat though. I am starving. All right, got my post-workout meal here. Couple of steaks, 5 pieces of bacon. Well, there's 4 pieces of bacon now, but there was 5. Some sweet potato, some beet sprouts, broccoli sprouts, raspberries, blueberries. That's 2 types of sweet potato, and a cucumber. I don't know if I'll eat all of it. Oh, and some kombucha.
And I put it in a cup for you.
Well, I'll drink that one then. I'll drink this one. I don't know if I'll eat all this, but I'm gonna put quite a bit of it away. Pretty hungry. Had some dates as well. What were those? What were those things? Date rolls
Coconut.
and date. That's it.
Dates with coconut on it.
Dates with coconut on it. It's a good day. Didn't quite need all of it. I have about half a steak and a couple tablespoons of potato left over, but feeling much better.
Oh, I thought you were talking
Don't.
There's paper towels in there.
I didn't put them in there.
The fuck? Who put paper towels?
They'll compost. Don't worry.
Oh my god, it stinks.
Yeah, it's a bit fermented. Had some grass clippings on top. Our compost has begun. Day 14 ended successfully. Just throwing on my chest pad to my surfboard here while watching the UFC fights. Got a pretty late night because the fights didn't end until like 1:30 Eastern time or something like that. But it was worth it. The fights were awesome. And also got my chest pad put on here. Just putting on some double-sided tape for now. I had it taped a little bit too far forward before. Once I am 100% sure that this is the perfect spot for the little wedge there, then I'll glue it on there in a more permanent way. We'll just see how long this lasts. I think this is going to be a good spot for it. But basically, the whole idea behind the wedge is because of my fused back, I had the hardware removed, but my back is still fused in a bunch of vertebrae, so it's hard for me to really lift my head up and get nice deep paddles, so I have lots of power surfing, and the chest pad is just an absolute game changer. I mean, it's night and day. It would be almost impossible for me. I know for a fact because I tried it. It is almost impossible for me to catch a wave without it on there, so huge surfing life hack. But yeah, day 14 was pretty epic. Only other thing to report is my dog dug under that compost bin and ate a bunch of that nasty food. Just threw some weights on there to weight it down. But yeah, that was about it. Shortly after this, watched the final fight and went to bed. See you tomorrow.